Listen with faith, believe deeply, and receive this truth into your spirit. Genesis 13 reveals that God can restore direction after difficult seasons, give wisdom in conflict, and lead a surrendered heart into peace, clarity, and promise. Abram came up from Egypt with Sarai, Lot, and all they possessed. Though the previous journey had carried fear and failure, Genesis 13:1-2 shows him returning with his household and great substance. His story did not end in the place of his mistake. Therefore, I affirm that correction will deepen my wisdom. I will not remain trapped in yesterday's wrong decisions. I receive grace to rise, return to the path of obedience, and lead my family forward with greater humility, discipline, and faith. Abram traveled back through the Negev to the place between Bethel and Ai, where he had first built an altar. There, according to Genesis 13:3-4, he called again upon the name of the Lord. Before making his next major decision, he returned to worship. I affirm that my heart will continually return to God. In seasons of increase, transition, or uncertainty, worship will remain my foundation. I receive spiritual clarity to remember where God met me, renew my devotion, and place His presence above possessions. Lot also had flocks, herds, and tents, but the land could not support them together. Their abundance created pressure, and strife arose between their herdsmen, while the Canaanites and Perizzites lived in the land, as recorded in Genesis 13:5-7. According to these verses, I receive wisdom to manage growth without allowing blessing to become a source of disorder. I affirm discipline in my work, stewardship in my provision, and maturity in my relationships. Where pressure exposes tension, I will seek understanding rather than pride, peace rather than needless conflict. Abram said to Lot, "Let there be no strife," because they were relatives. He offered separation and gave Lot the first choice of direction. Genesis 13:8-9 reveals a man strong enough to value peace above personal advantage. Therefore, I affirm that I will not be ruled by competition, bitterness, or the need to win every dispute. I receive courage to choose peace, wisdom to establish healthy boundaries, and grace to release what must be released. My relationships will be guided by honor, restraint, and sincere concern for what is right. Lot lifted his eyes and saw the well-watered plain of Jordan. It looked desirable, and he chose for himself the whole plain, journeying east. Yet Genesis 13:10-13 shows that the attractive land brought him near Sodom, whose people were exceedingly wicked before the Lord. I affirm that I will not judge my future by appearance alone. I receive discernment to look beyond immediate advantage and consider the spiritual direction of every choice. My work, relationships, opportunities, and ambitions will not draw my heart toward corruption. I will choose with wisdom, not merely with desire. After Lot separated from Abram, the Lord told Abram to lift his eyes in every direction. Genesis 13:14-16 records God's promise of the land and descendants beyond counting, like the dust of the earth. Because God spoke after the separation, I affirm that necessary endings will not destroy my purpose. I receive faith to lift my eyes beyond loss and see with renewed perspective. I will not measure my future by what has departed. I will trust God's direction, walk humbly in His promise, and carry responsibility for generations with reverence. The Lord then told Abram to arise and walk through the length and breadth of the land. Abram moved his tent, settled near the great trees of Mamre at Hebron, and built another altar to the Lord, as Genesis 13:17-18 declares. Therefore, I affirm that faith will move me into obedient action. I will not only admire what God has placed before me, I will arise, walk, build, and remain devoted. I receive courage for purposeful movement, patience for the journey, and a worshipful heart wherever I am planted. I declare that I am being formed into a person of peace and discernment. I will return to worship, steward provision wisely, resolve conflict honorably, establish healthy boundaries, and refuse choices that lead my heart towards spiritual danger. I will lift my eyes when seniors change. I will walk forward in obedience. My family, work, faith, and relationships will be guided by humility and wisdom. Like Abram in Genesis 13, I will value God's presence above possessions, peace above rivalry, and faithful obedience above visible advantage. May my life become an altar of trust, and may the choices I make honor God and bless the generations connected to me. Amen.